Hi, Joanne here from GRAVOXY Fitness and Beyond Fitness in Boston. I haven't told this story to anybody publicly, so I've decided to do this because it's really interesting how I got into the lymphatic business. I was born with lymphangioma, and at 6 weeks old I had surgery on my leg. And I grew up with that scar, then I had more surgeries, and it was an overactive lymphatic system with little fatty nodes that they took out, and they probably didn't need to do that at the time. However, I grew up to end up in the rebounding business, which is phenomenal because in 2005, I had plastic surgery on my thigh because the scar was so tight and was affecting my right side because my leg was so small when I was little. So I ran a summer camp, and these children were in my truck and we were taking a ride, and one of the girls took my lip gloss out of my pocketbook, and I said, "What are you doing? I thought you were sick." She said, No, I'm fine." Well, this sugar-based lip gloss, which I don't use anymore because of the sugar, manifested the strep and made it even more powerful, and I was using this every day. Well, I was packed to go on vacation, and all of a sudden I felt sick, and I never got sick, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? So I called down to Cape Cod and said I wouldn't be there right away, and I would be there the next day. That night my son came home. I knew I had a fever. I don't even own a thermometer, and I just knew that something was wrong. So when I got to the hospital, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I said, well, my leg is really red below the scar where I had the plastic surgery. And they said, let's take a look at it. They did ultrasound and CAT scan and put all the masks on, put me in a room and solitary confinement, and said, you have strep cellulitis flesh-eating disease. We're going to have to cut your leg off. I said, no, you're not. I just had plastic surgery. Well, they said, if we don't, you're going to die. It could go systemic. So they drew a line around the area on my thigh where the redness was, an infection. And this was now 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the room. My son was there, and I said, Kyle, go home and bring me my rebounder back in the room. Well, this is a Needak Rebounder. I've been using this for 20 years, and it folds in half and goes into a nice little bag. So that night, Monday night, Kyle brought the rebounder and set it up over in the corner. I stood there just like this, and I did the health bounce. And I know the health bounce is the best thing to do, so that's why I wanted the rebounder in there. So I'm bouncing just like this, and I'm like, oh my God, this is working. I could feel, I'm going to do this a little bit layman's term, I could feel the cells in my legs like little Pac-Man. I'm like, oh my God, this is working. So I was so happy. The doctor walks through the door and goes, hey, you can't do that. And I looked over at him and I said, well, your bed doesn't shake. And he goes, oh boy. The reason why I said that is because if I was just laying still, I would have absolutely no lymphatic movement. When you don't have any lymphatic movement, all the toxicity and the dead cells and the bacteria and the infection is just going to sit there, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Even though I had an IV full of antibiotics, I still had to have the lymphatic pumping and get rid of all the antibiotics. I don't take any drugs at all. So this taking the antibiotics was overloading my system to begin with. So I needed that lymphatic movement. Plus it felt joyful, and I'd do it and I would hold on to it. It was painful. I could not jump. So this was now Monday night. Tuesday, they hadn't fed me since Sunday because they were very adamant that they're going to cut my leg off. So the whole team at Newton Wellesley Hospital standing around me, and I look around, I call them the entourage, and they said, how can you be so happy when you have this infection in your leg? I said, well, first of all, it's my vacation. You're all taking care of me, and I know I'm going to be okay. I had the right attitude. I put the Cape Cod station on the little TV with the music. I set the whole scenario to be as comfortable as I possibly could, and I used the rebounder. And because the Needak is such a quick bounce, your lymphatic one-way valves start pumping. So it was like a vacuum cleaner, cleaning out the system and all the dead cells and the bacteria. Wednesday afternoon, they came in. They had a pen mark around the red spot. The redness had gone down. They did not understand how it was going down, but they were very excited, and they gave me some food. So they handed me 2 pieces of white bread, and I looked at my girlfriend and go, this isn't food, but I certainly need the sponges. So I ate the bread, went to sleep. That next morning, the doctor came in and he goes, I don't know how you did this, but you can go to the Cape. You can go on your vacation. I said, thank you. I got picked up by my son. We packed up my rebounder. And I tell you, I always loved rebounding, but after I did that, and it saved my life, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you have any kind of ailments, cancer, anything, I work with all walks of life. I work with Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, you name it. It's all inflammation. Disease is inflammation. You've got to pump the lymphatic system. The Needak Rebounder is the best rebounder on the market. It's a wonderful feeling. It's not making a lot of noise. It's very comfortable. The bar is great. But if you are sick, or even if you're not sick, you need to do this. It's so important. And I mean that because it saved my life, but not only that, I've studied this and I run certifications across the country. But the passion is because I know what it does and it can help you. Have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll see you soon. Stay well.